So welcome. This is the Monday Hair Zoom. This is where you get a chance to connect with our experts in making sure that you have the healthiest scalp and hair by learning more about how it actually interacts with everything that you do and some solutions if you have challenges. And so with us today, we have Dr. Rita McGuire. She is our Chief Medical Officer and she is a trichologist instructor, excuse me. And we also have our resident trichologist, the VP of the hair division, and a professional and icon in the industry with over 48 years experience, Doris Mosley, here to really help you get all of the answers. So to get started, I'm going to share with you, and I am Kathy Weathersby. I am the VP of Finance for Wakana and proud to be working with these wonderful queens and this wonderful company that is sponsoring the virtual hair Zoom and our hair division. So let me share with you a little bit of information about the company that is behind the virtual hair Zoom and the hair revolution. Oh my goodness, Doris, we are starting a revolution. That's awesome, right?
Yes.
So give me just a moment. I am going to share my screen with you guys. And let me do that. I'm going to start with a couple of videos here that are going to really set the stage about who Wakana is and why it's so important that you have the healthiest hair possible and why it's important that you have the right products to connect with. Give me just a minute. And if this is not going to stop spinning. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. Can you see that, Doris?
Yes.
Awesome.
While so many industries struggled during the pandemic, the CBD industry grew over 30%. Welcome to Wakana. We offer natural and organically grown CBD products backed by our 30-day bottom of the bottle guarantee. Our proprietary blends contain more than 15 essential oils like black seed and turmeric, which help in creating the ultimate entourage effect. We provide a certificate of analysis on all of our CBD-infused products. These tests are conducted by one of the top ISO labs in Florida to ensure quality and potency inside of every batch. We are one of the few companies in the world who conduct full panel testing to confirm our ingestible products are free of pesticides, mold, and other dangerous compounds. The foundation of Wakana is based on 4 pillars, including health, wealth, legacy, and freedom. According to the current CBD market, there is a tremendous opportunity for you to launch your own dispensary with Wakana. You can retail products online, earning from 20 to 50% of the commissionable volume. By launching an online dispensary, you can win the loyalty of your customers by offering the hottest products like edibles, flour, hair care, tinctures, and topicals. Wakana isn't just a company, we are a movement. During the pandemic, we grew over 100% and expanded our headquarters from 1,000 to over 5,500 square feet. We have over 10,000 customers and a 5-star online rating from our satisfied customers and distributors. So what are you waiting for? Start partnering with one of the fastest growing and most reputable CBD companies in the world. Wakana, the crown jewel of CBD.
It just made sense to me. It was more so about teaching people a more natural way to be healthy.
We had the opportunity not only to just get the 40 acres, but also get the mule.
My time In the waters where the sharks and piranhas swim. Remember, couldn't see
Come
the
on
sky.
now.
I was
Okay.
them. I never broke.
All right.
I ain't kind of scared. They never shook. Back for the crown again, royalty. She got the time. We're gonna talk about loyalty.
I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis at age 17, and now at age 51, I'm finally getting the relief that I need from my arthritis without all of the side effects.
I have witnessed thousands of people overcome so many challenges, chronic long-term challenges that they've not been able to really overcome with traditional pharmaceutical medication.
I went and played golf this year, and normally when I play for the first time after 18 holes, I'm really sore. I took my Impranium in the morning. I used some of the pain cream, on my knees, and it's like I hadn't played at all.
Well, Wakana isn't just a company, even though you can say it is a company, but we really formed this from the beginning to be a movement. We knew that the cannabis industry really had not catered to those who, unfortunately, were the victims of the war on drugs, and that was minorities, African Americans. And so in starting Wakana, it was really giving birth to an idea that we as African Americans, we as minorities, we as Black and brown people could absolutely play a big role in this. So we see this as a company, a movement that will absolutely revolutionize and change the cannabis industry and help impact minorities all around the world.
Awesome. I'm glad you guys got a chance to see that, because what it does is let you know really where we are and what we're trying to do overall. We are embarking on some really exciting things that are going on in the industry and in our company itself. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that as soon as my PowerPoint decides it wants to stop spinning. And there we go. Good stuff. Let's do this again. Alrighty then. What is going on with you guys? Let's see here. See if I might be able to work that out. We are more than just a company. We are a movement with a vision and a mission. Our vision is to, just a second, I'm going to pull that up for you. My Lord. There we go. Let me know when you can see my screen again, please.
Okay.
Alrighty. I think I'm going to have to eventually get rid of the PowerPoint app and come back to it and add it back in, but not right now. Can you see that?
Yes.
Awesome. So as I said, we are more than a company. We are a movement. In fact, our vision is to help end the negative stigma that surrounds cannabis. It's caused communities around the world to suffer and to lose out on the health and the wealth benefits of the cannabis plant. In fact, our mission is to be a catalyst to stir that movement so that you're inspired to confidently walk into the legal space as an entrepreneur, formulator, and investor, evoking the courage and the strength of people to take back their health, wealth, legacy, and freedom. So these are the 4 pillars, our 4 co-founders that you saw in the video. And you're about to be introduced to our chief medical officer, one of our co-founders, and a woman with over 30 years of experience as an obstetrician gynecologist, becoming an expert in cannabis, incorporating that in her patient care, and now an instructor of trichologist in order to give total body care. This is a woman whose expertise was sought after by the Illinois legislature when they were passing adult use cannabis laws there in Illinois. So she is our chief medical officer and our health pillar, Dr. Rita J. McGuire. And then we have our chief financial officer, our Wealth Pillar, our president, our president, Dr. Patricia Van Pelt. She's a third-time state senator coming from humble beginnings. And as our Wealth Pillar, she takes that knowledge of coming from humble beginnings, learning about public activism and social activism from her mother, taking that to several communities and then into politics, where she's running for her 4th term as state senator there. She's an evangelist, and she's a person that teaches us the wealthy mindset. Melissa Boston is our visionary and our CEO. You heard her talking at the end of that last video. She's our legacy pillar. She created a legacy in her family by leaving corporate America to grab her time freedom back. When she was able to do that, she attracted the attention of people in over 46 countries to join her team and live that dream. She got asked to come back into corporate America in 2017 by a mentor of hers who had started another cannabis company. And then the vision of Wakana was born, and here we are almost 3 years later. Phyllis Nash is our Chief Sales Officer in the Freedom Pillar. She is one of those people that is the picture of freedom. She's a lifelong entrepreneur with over 35 years of experience in both traditional and home-based business. She leads from the front as our first diamond, our first double diamond, and we affectionately call her the midwife of Wakana because she helps us all to grow through her nurturing, her pushing, and her knowledge. So and this is the Medical Advisory Board, headed up by none other than our Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Rita McGuire. This is a board that we're extremely proud of because it represents professionals all across the medical field, from nurse practitioners to other physicians to RNs to chiropractors, PharmDs, and social workers, as well as psychologists. And so not only are these professionals using our products to enhance their lives, but they also recommend our products to their patients and other colleagues. And that's important to know, that you have the support of such respected professionals. And these are the products that I'm talking about. Now, this slide does not at all represent all of our product line, but it's there to show you the variety of ways that you can add CBD into your health regimen, whether it's edibles with our gummies and our coffee and our spices, all the way to our topicals like our pain cream, and of course, our hair care products. Our Empowered Hair is our flagship product that's there for longer, stronger, and healthier hair. And our SOS hair care system, which Dr. Rita and Doris are going to go into much more in depth, is here. It is a full system that's there to make your hair healthier, longer, and stronger. So without any further ado, I want to bring up the pillar that I was just speaking of, Dr. Rita McGuire, our Chief Medical Officer, trichologist instructor, and all around wonderful lady. Dr. McGuire, please go ahead and take it over.
Thank you, Kathy, so much, and welcome everyone to our presentation. What a warm introduction. And, you know, we talk about all the exciting things we're doing here at Wakana. And one of the exciting things is that we're really helping people to be healthy. You know, we're using botanicals, we're using plants, we're using herbs, we're using cannabis. But one thing we also want to remind you are toxins that you can be using on your skin, right? And so that's why we're super proud about our incredible hair care products, because they are free of harmful chemicals. And again, you've got to think about, you could be out there eating healthy, being a vegan like I am, or a vegetarian, or eating by your blood type, but you could still be putting harmful chemicals on one of the largest organs of our body, which is the skin. So today we're going to have some fun talking about harmful chemicals that are not in any of our products, but in your typical hair care products, your shampoos, your conditioners, your leave-in detanglers, and this is why you, your clients, your family should be utilizing our hair care system. Now, this is an article, I put the link in the chat, and this article states, it was from last year, it was a study that they did that shows synthetic chemicals found in products like shampoo and makeup is linked to early death. In fact, 91,000 to about 100,000 people aged 55 to 64 die from harmful chemicals in their shampoo and makeup. But I don't know about you, but last week, Kathy, I just ordered Rihanna's vegan line of makeup because I'm using our facial serum, I'm using our SOS system. Well, I'm going to protect my skin when I use makeup as well. So let's talk about some harmful chemicals that are utilized in shampoo. One is sulfate, and our products are sulfate free. You know, sulfates are strong cleansing products, and they are typically very irritating for the skin. In fact, sulfates like sodium lauryl sulfate or ammonium lauryl sulfate can strip your hair of beneficial moisture and oils. It's an irritant, it causes dryness, it's very sensitive to our skin. So you want to utilize a sulfate-free shampoo like our shampoos that we're going to talk about today. Parabens and formaldehyde are other very harmful chemicals that are found in shampoos. Parabens are easily absorbed through the skin and even penetrate bodily tissue. They can cause a whole host of skin issues, again, like redness, irritation, itching, flaking, and even hives. Not only that, parabens have been shown to impact the body's hormonal regulation because they can mimic the hormone estrogen, which can increase or impact your susceptibility to breast cancer. Now, when we think about formaldehyde, many of us may think of the morgue, right? That's a chemical that we use to embalm bodies. But formaldehyde in many forms are used in our shampoos and our conditioners. It's a known carcinogen, and it also can cause contact dermatitis. So that is another harmful chemical. Phthalates and other synthetic fragrances. We don't use any synthetic fragrances in our products. We use organic essential oils. So phthalates are a class of petroleum. They're used in plastic, they're used in durables, but they're also found in our hair care products. They really are what helps hold a fragrance when you are smelling a shampoo that smells so good. So it allows the fragrance to have a lasting, longer effect on the hair. Polyethylene glycols, aka PEG, is another harmful chemical. It's used in cosmetics. It's used as an emulsifier or a skin conditioner. And it also has been found to be a human carcinogen. So you can see why that study last year, and the link is in the chat, how these harmful chemicals that we don't even know that's in our shampoo or conditioner can be harmful and even cause morbidity and mortality. The last one is silicones. Now, silicones are a group of ingredients that are used in shampoo to make your hair feel sleek and shiny, but they also can be very damaging because they can weigh your hair down. They can make your hair look limp and lanky. There are some water-soluble silicones, but over time, the non-water solubles really collect a layer and build up on your hair. So those are 6 harmful chemicals that I wanted to discuss with all of you that are not found in our amazing, incredible hairline, our SOS system. So this is a disclaimer because I just want to go over with you what is in our SOS product, our hemp powered hair, that makes it very unique, and that's the CBD. But these statements made regarding these products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. The efficacy of these products have not been confirmed by FDA approved research. And these products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. All information presented here is not meant as a substitute for or alternative to information from your healthcare provider. So please consult your healthcare professional about potential interactions or other possible complications before using any of these products. So like I said, our products are enhanced with CBD, they're sulfate-free, paraben-free, formaldehyde-free, silicone-free, all of those harmful chemicals we talked about, but they're enhanced with CBD because CBD or cannabidiol has some very, lots of benefits for the hair, for the skin, the largest organ of our body. Not only is CBD antibacterial, but it's a very potent anti-inflammatory. It helps reduce the inflammation. It helps to really benefit the hair. And we're going to talk about so many benefits that it has to the hair. But first, how does it work? CBD, when you consume it, when you put it topically, it reacts with receptors, CB1 and CB2 receptors, that are found in major organs and glands of our body to put the body in balance or to correct what's going on even in the hair, even in the skin, even in the liver, the pancreas, the stomach, even in the teeth, right? So this endocannabinoid system we all possess, and that's how CBD works, scientifically works in a very important physiological system. So in the skin, yes, there are CB1 and CB2 receptors that are looking for CBD. So when we use a shampoo, when we use these products, empowered hair, when we use it topically, or even when we use it internally, it binds to these receptors in the skin and really helps the hair to be fuller, thicker. If there's issues with dryness, if there's issues with thinning, it helps to correct the system. So these are more the benefits that CBD has for hair care. It contains important amino acids. It contains magnesium and calcium. It reduces hair loss. It maintains a healthy scalp. Overall, it's relaxing. If you use the hemp-powered hair as a tincture as well. It contains potassium and contains those fatty acids that the hair follicle and the shaft needs. It's rich in vitamin E, and again, it's anti-inflammatory. So hopefully you have a better understanding of how CBD works and the harmful chemicals that our product line do not possess. So I'm going to bring up our trichologist, Doris Mosley. She is an icon in the hair industry. She is absolutely someone that has really taken the time to help us formulate these products, and she understands how to properly use these products. She's a cosmetologist, she's an educator, she's an entrepreneur, and I'm going to bring up Doris Mosley.
Thank you, Dr. Rita. You know what? I'm going to just share with them. First of all, thank you guys for coming on to share and to be shared the information about the SOS system, hair, period. But I was always told if you couldn't pronounce the words that's in the product you're going to use, don't use it. So that's perfect. Some of those words on those bottles are just outrageous. So it's very frightening to even think of it. And the first word on the product is usually the more the product contains. Like if the first word is water, you know that product has more water than anything else, and then it just goes down the line from there. But I'm excited about the SOS system because it has been tried, it has been proven and to work, and that's the main thing. You want a product that works. So we're dealing with and we shared the product last week. I believe we had a live demonstration of how the product worked. And the renewing shampoo, and just what it says renewing, and that's what it does. It helps, it made with essential oils, and that's the good thing. That's what I was sharing with the people yesterday at the event, that our product is all organic. It has CBD infused, so CBD is there to bring the body back into balance and to bring the hair back into balance, because hair is a part of the body. And the CBD is to help invigorate the mind, body, and soul while leaving the hair clean, soft, and refreshed. I mean, mind, first you got to get your mind right. If any mother's on the phone, on Zoom, and you ever had a child, when you got the head out, everything else flowed easy. And that's that mind. Got to get your mind right. It helps clarify scalp and remove buildup of oils that can hinder hair growth. Great for all hair types and textures. Vegan, no added, how was that word, Dr.
Phthalates,
or
phthalates.
or parabens. And those are carcinogenic. They've been proven to be carcinogenic. And we wonder where so much cancer come from. The main ingredient, rosemary oil is one, provitamin B5, hydrolyzed wheat protein. Hair is made of protein and moisture, and you got to be able to balance the two. And that's why it is so important that you really look into the system. And as I shared with the people yesterday, Dr. Rita, I asked them, if you're not going to commit, you made a decision because you purchased the product, but are you committed? If you're not committed to not, as for 6 months, please only use the system. When they made that commitment yesterday, I said, let's see what happens. I know what happened for me, but I want to see what will happen for you. And then we go into our conditioner, our moisturizing conditioner. And it is a complete conditioner specifically intended to help rehydrate and moisturize all hair types and textures. Now, if you don't know what type of hair you have, you could have curly, you could have wavy, you could have straight, you could have extremely kinky. Those are types. Now, when you get doing with texture, is whether it's fine, medium, or coarse. Those are textures. Don't confuse the two. Use CBD, organic juices, essential oils, and vitamins to strengthen, that means make stronger and soften hair. Locks in position, replenishment, leaving hair with a soft, shiny, luxurious growth. And that glow, and that's what you want. You want that soft, you want that soft, you want that shiny, you want the shine to come from the shampoo bowl, not by adding product to the hair. So you got your renewing shampoo, which gets all the buildup. Now you're conditioning on that cuticle layer, not over conditioners. And that makes the difference. Then some of the main ingredients, you have Roman chamomile distilled pro vitamin B5, hydrolyzed wheat protein, rose hip seed oil, certified organic white willow bark extract. Nothing but plant-based ingredients, and that makes the difference. We don't have any chemicals. We don't have anything that's harmful. All you have to do is give it a chance, and not an overnight chance. You want to give it a chance. And then we have our styling cream. Our leave-in detangler. After you finish shampooing, you condition, you want to towel dry. Every step you want to towel dry so you don't dilute the product. But you have your leave-in detangler. Now this is by far, if you don't have nothing else on your back bar, you need to have this detangler, because what it does, it helps ease the combing of the hair. Packed with soothing, nourishing ingredients for strong and conditioned hair. Leave hair with a beautiful shiny bounce, great for all hair types. The main ingredients, organic neem, black seed oil, hydrolyzed wheat protein, PEG 40, castor oil formula only. Now, that's exciting to me, to know that I am now chemical free. As Dr. Rita said earlier, we put the good stuff in our body, let's put the good stuff on our skin. Let's be prepared to have a better future for our hair care industry. And by using our SOS system, you are falling back in love with your hair. That's important. Then we go to our styling cream. We towel dry, still kind of make sure all the moisture out, and then we put our styling cream on. Now the styling cream, you say that's a mighty little jar. Why we don't have a big jar of styling cream? Because you only need a very little bit. It nourishes and rejuvenates hair and scalp, and it does not clog the pores, as you will see when we go further on into it. Easy to style and shines curly or wavy hair. provides energizing aroma or essential oils with a pleasant gender neutral scent. Now, when you're dealing with a product, you want to have a product that have a good aroma, because what good aroma does, it relaxes you. When it relaxes you, it relaxes your arteries, your blood flows better. And blood is what nourishes those follicles. Without blood to the follicles, the follicles won't survive. So you want to have good blood flow. This product, again, will not clog your pores. It's very light. You put a little bit in the hand, about a pea size, depending on how much hair. You rub it together, emulsifies, and take it through the hair. Comb it through from the ends to the scalp. And then, of course, the main ingredients again is organic shea butter, Brassica campestris, English poppy seed oil, and vitamin E. Exactly. My daughter loved this particular product because she does a lot of television movies, and it's very easy to use. Her clients love it because it's the styling cream. It helps you get the end results that you're looking for. Then, of course, we have oud oil. Oud oil. The oud oil is one of the ones that just snuck in to be a part of the system, because if you're doing heat on the hair, it doesn't matter whether you're blow drying, sitting under the dryer, or you're using as a final shine to the hair. Oud oil helps protect that hair from the heat. And Intense Moisture Body Oil Spray is a royal, nutrient-rich, and bergamot body spray infused with all natural oils for men and women. It is fast absorbing and gives your skin an illuminating glow as it restores moisture and treats dry skin. That is important because skin needs to be lubricated, hydrated, and the hair is just an appendage of skin, and it's also used as a buffer for the heat, and that's important. And we have all of the ingredients that's in our oud body oil. I'm not going to go through all of it because we're trying to get to your questions today, the question answer. We're going to go to the beard and scalp oil. Now, men, there's something for you too. You can use everything that I said previous, and this is like the final for you because the beards today are popular, and it's designed to help strengthen and thicken beards and hair. Naturally strengthens hair follicles for those with androgenetic alopecia, and that is alopecia from your parents. You've got a parent that had the problem, so you may end up with it too. So this is one way you can slow it down or even stop it. And of course, the main ingredients are all organic. And so we're going to go so we can get to your questions and answers. So you can see that we have some very strong ingredients, which I always say they're just like making a chain, hard to break. So the system is what everybody's looking for. You've asked for it, and now we got it for you. All you have to do is become a part of the movement, and let's make it happen. Hemp powered hair. Love hemp powered hair because I was challenged, and I use hemp powered hair religiously. And I don't know whether Dr. Rita has that picture, but it will show you what hemp powered hair did for me. It promotes healthy hair and natural shine, natural way to strengthen and heal damaged hair follicles due to hormonal traction and androgenetic alopecia, reduces breakage and thickens edges. We are losing edges due to traction alopecia. We are losing our hair that's in the center top due to CCCA. We have to get on board. Cannabis, the stevia, we have it in our product. All of our SOS line is infused with CBD. Virgin olive oil, black seed oil, which is great for itchy scalp. If you have a dry itchy scalp, black seed oil is great. Hemp oil, baobab oil, pumpkin seed oil helps with inflammation, which inflammation is one of the bad demons in the body that's causing a lot of havoc. Lavender oil, rosemary oil help get rid of DHT, it helps get rid of that, which DHT chokes the nutrients out from the follicle, which ends up killing the follicle, not good. Moringa oil is for good all over body health. Wild salmon oil is good for keeping that hair strong and shiny. Peppermint oil stimulates the blood circulation. I mean, I can just go on and on and on, but we need to get to we know you have a lot of questions today, and we want to try to answer as many of those questions as possible. But just know, when you're into the SOS system, hemp powered oil, you are into the best system that I found over my 48 years, you guys. And I have touched and used a lot of different products. So I'm excited about the system, and we want you to come on board. And let's make this a household name, salon hold name. Yes, I hate to say it, you guys, but that was me. Thank goodness for our system, hemp powered hair. And if you was with me yesterday, you can see it has returned. Because I made a decision, Dr. Rita, and I was committed. And I use it a little more often than we say use it, because I was panicking almost, and I did not want to lose my hair. So that's me, you guys.
Wow. Thank you so much, Doris. We'll take some questions now. Let's see. Let me go. I did put that link in the chat. Oh, good. Bernadine saw the link. You can put your questions in the chat, or you can raise your hand, and we will address any questions that you have. Fantastic. You can raise your hand or put your questions in the chat. I don't see any questions. Okay, here's one. Did you use a combination of products for the hair loss? Tasha Anderson is asking.
Yes, I use the SOS system. And what I did, I shampooed with the system. And when you shampoo with our renewing shampoo, you find that you get the cuticle clean. See, one thing that we have a challenge with sometimes, we're not cleansing properly. We're not cleansing properly, so the hair ends up being conditioned over conditioners and over any other buildup that's on the hair. So I use the renewing shampoo, make sure I had a clean canvas, meaning scalp to work on. Then I use a towel. When you're going to put conditioner on, a towel dried really well. Then I put my conditioner on. Now for deep condition, because I do have color, it's good to get under the dryer for about 15 or 20 minutes, because you want to make sure you are hydrating that scalp and the cuticle layer because of color. Color takes some of the moisture away. And then after that, towel dry really good, and I put on a rinse, of course, rinse it out, towel dry really good, and I use a detangler. Although my hair is not that long, so it's not really tangled, but I put the detangler on just as a second step to hydrating and conditioning. And after that, I would put a little styling cream. I put my oud oil on with the foam that I use to capture this little curl that I have up here. And then after I dried, then I put my hemp powered hair oil on the area and massage it really good. I probably massaged it more than I would normally because I had that spot there. And that was it. I mean, and I did it once I got that, I did it every day. And every night I would massage hemp powered hair in, just you know, more on a little panic mode, because I did not want to lose my hair. And I knew if anything would work for me, it would be hemp powered hair.
Fantastic. Another question. How long does the complete system of the SOS system, how long does the complete system last once purchased?
How long does it last? It really depends on the length of hair that you're working with, the density of hair that you're working with. It's hard to say, but I use it on my clients that are needing hair restoration. So and then what I want you to do, if you're a hairstylist on the line, get a couple of clients that is having that challenge and focus in on them and only use the system, only, and see what happens. Now, if you're crossing the system with other products, you won't know what's happening. So I say be honest, only focus in on maybe 2 or 3 clients that is having that challenge and see what happens. But it's really hard to say how long it will last because people use this more than some. You know, some people are heavy-handed, but you don't need a lot. We demonstrated it last week. And you notice I only use a very little, and I got the lather that I was looking for without lauryl sulfate. As Dr. Rita said earlier, it can be very irritating. It can be very damaging to the scalp as well as to the hair. So we don't have that, but we have a very good lather, and that's what people look for when it's talking about cleansing.
Bernadine Kirkland is supposed to have 2 stylists on the line today. Alexia is already a dispensary owner, and Samantha is a stylist with a salon. She's just learning about Wakana today. So Samantha and Alexia, if you're on the line, welcome, welcome. Monica is saying that her hair is always dry. It looks dry. I use the system and the styling cream and oud oil too. Is this okay?
It's definitely okay, but what I would like for you to do, who was that, Alexis?
That's Monica.
Monica, what I would like for you to do is get your moisturizing conditioner, add some of the oud oil to it, and put yourself under a preheated dryer and wrap you up real tight with either plastic cap or saran wrap for about 15 minutes. Because you need to get a little deeper into your cuticle layer, and the heat will kind of open it up a little.
How often should she do that?
At least every 2 weeks, but if you're shampooing every week, you can do it every week.
Monica, did you get that? Very good. Ms. Goss, is the Power Hair Oil used as a tincture or topical, the hemp powered hair? Topical or tincture?
Both. You use it directly on the area that is challenging the head, massage it in and the upward motion. And you also place it under the tongue. Now, I was putting it under the tongue when I had that, but you see the picture, every night, and I would put it on my challenged area every day. But you can also do it 3 times a week on your head and under your tongue. And do not let the nozzle touch your hair or your tongue, because you don't want to contaminate your own product.
So because hemp powered hair is a full spectrum product, if you have a random drug screens at your job, you can use that hemp powered hair topically. So just to add that, if you have drug screening, do not use it as a tincture. How often should the hair be cleaned?
You know what? It doesn't matter how often you cleanse it, it's what you're cleansing it with. I would say because of our styling methods, once a week, if not at least every 2 weeks. You know, one lady asked me that question yesterday, and she said, I don't shampoo my hair but every 3 weeks. I said, how often do you wash your face and get your shower? She said, every day. I said, well, hair is an appendage of skin. So if you're shampooing every 3 weeks, just imagine the buildup that's on your scalp that's clogging your pores, that's not allowing the largest organ of elimination to get rid of the toxin in your body. And whatever you put on that you want to go in is not getting in. So it's up to you how often you want to shampoo. It's what you're shampooing with, what you're conditioning with. Now I remember when Oprah had her daytime show, they did her hair every day. But it was what they were shampooing with, I'm sure, made the difference. So yes, you can do it every day.
Next question is, does the system have a foam wrap?
Ooh, good question. Not yet, but we're going to work on that. Right, Dr. Rita?
Yes, we are.
But You add oud oil to whatever wrap you're presently using, whatever foam you're presently using, add your oud oil to it.
Next question is, does the thyroid gland affect your hair growth?
I would say yes, but I would let Dr. Rita handle that. 'cause I
Yes.
know thyroid.
Yes. Hypo, underproducing thyroid gland, or hyper, overproducing thyroid gland. When those hormones are out of balance, either high and excessive or low in deficiency, it causes hair thinning. It's usually diffuse hair thinning. And once you correct that hypothyroidism or hyperthyroidism, the hair will grow back. So yes, the thyroid gland is important in hair growth and metabolism. It is a gland that absolutely affects hair loss or the lack of hair growth. Great question, Ma Mitchell. Let's see. Is the oud body oil for hair? I have locks.
It's absolutely for both.
And need a good oil. Let Dr. Rita put on her glasses, because Lord, I'm having a hard time seeing these questions. The question is the oud a body oil for hair? I have locks and I need a good oil.
You know what, that's a good one for Kathy, but yes, it is for hair as well as skin. Remember, you guys, hair is an appendage of skin. So whatever you put in on your hair, on your skin, could definitely go on your hair.
And
But
I would say,
Kathy,
yes, it is great for locks. What I like about the oud body oil is that it's great fresh out of the shower. And when I'm out of the shower and I'm putting it on, whenever I do that, I'm always going upward, you know? And so as I put it on the back of my neck, I'm using some of that in the nape of my neck for my hairline. And I'm putting some on my hands and rubbing it gently through my locks and on my scalp. It smells great. And as you know, as a lock wearer, scents stay in our hair a lot longer than the average person. It just doesn't blow through your locks, right? And so that's a really great scent to turn your head and smell for your significant other or somebody that you're passing by. Whenever I have it on, people stop and tell me that I smell awesome. It's my it's one of my things that I
You
like
smell
to
awesome.
I've had that happen, like, wow, you smell really good. You know, you smell awesome. What is that? You know, so but yeah, it is great for that. I do not I use the moisturizing conditioner and those kind of things to add moisture to my hair. And then the oud body oil is a fantastic finish for shine and for additional moisture to scalp.
also, Kathy, I'm just going to add for them, if they're using the hemp powered hair oil,
Hmm.
you take that and put about an ounce, depending on how long your hair is and how, if you're wearing locks or if you're not wearing locks, mix the hemp powered hair in about an ounce of water with about 12 drops of the hemp powered hair. Towel dry the hair really good, even if you're going to put it on locks, or if you're going to spray it on as a treatment for the hair and the scalp.
That's
Shake it up
exactly right.
in a
That's
spray
exactly
bottle.
what I do.
Right, and
Yeah.
spray it on, and that way you're getting it into the locks as well as you're getting it throughout the hair.
There you
as
go.
a
Okay.
treatment, okay?
I've
And
definitely taken your advice and using that as a hot oil treatment as well.
yes.
And a few drops of that oud oil just to pump up the smell, girl. It's all good.
So that's why I got his name. Ooh.
Yeah, oud oil.
Ooh.
One of our distributors calls it wood oil, and you guys can take your imagination on that one. It's very attractive to the male. Let's see.
So can certain medications keep your hair from growing if it has steroids in it? My name is Brenda. So you want to talk about telogen effluvium and anagen effluvium, and so many medications cause hair loss.
Yes, yes. I think they should look on the, every time I get a prescription, they have a little sheet in there with it. and it actually tell you what are some of the side effects. A lot of medication, I know thyroid medication is a side effect to hair loss. It has a side effect to hair loss. Cancer medication, diabetes medication, hypertension medication, all those have been known to cause hair loss.
Steroids, cholesterol medication, anti-clotting medications, mood stabilizers, non-steroidal, almost every medication. So many can cause hair loss. So yes, if you catch it, you ask your doctor, can we switch up my medication? Let's talk about Telogen effluvium, how it can be temporary. Doris.
Yes, Telogen effluvium is excessive amount of hair shedding. Now in our hemp powered hair, we have clove oil. Clove oil helps slow down or not have you having so much hair shedding. Now shedding is a normal process because hair grow through 3 phases. The anagen phase, that's the growing phase. You want to try to keep it in that phase as long as you could. Then it transition over to the catagen phase, and then on to the telogen phase, which is the shedding phase. And that's where clove come in. It helps slow down that shedding. You should only be losing 50 to 100 strands a day. If it becomes more than that, it's excessive, and that's Telogen effluvium. And so you want to make sure. That's why it's so important as a hairstylist. You want to make sure your drain is clean after every customer, so you'll know if that client losing excessive amount of hair. Then if you're shampooing in the shower, you want to make sure you look down on the floor and see if you have a lot of hair on the floor. And you want to pay attention to your shoulders to see if your hair is shedding excessive. Now, if you're in a stationary hairstyle, such as braids or weaves, that hair is still shedding. It's just not coming off. It has nowhere to go. So when you take your weave off or you unloose your braids or your stationary French roll, whatever you're using as stationary, you want to get your detangling conditioning spray and spray it on really good before you shampoo and comb it out, starting at the ends, working your way to the scalp. That way you're getting all that excessive shedding out. It's going to look like a lot, but if you just count the days that it was locked down to the day that you took it down, you know it's not a lot. A client will look at it and panic and say, oh my God, I'm losing all my hair. But that's not so true. It's just that that was the shedding that never got out. So Telogen effluvium is excessive. So you want to be more cautious about it.
Right. It's excessive. We also see it when our moms want Depo-Provera. Depo-Provera is a birth control method that's an injectable that's given every 3 months. And one of the #1 reasons my patients come and say, I don't want that Depo anymore, because their hair is falling out. So a lot of the birth controls can cause hair shedding, hair loss, hair thinning, as well as a lot of medications, as Doris and I stated. That was great. So the next question I think is about dogs. Is there a system coming for our dogs and cats soon? My daughter uses oud oil on her dog. The dog loves it, and so do we. Smells so good. Not that I know of, my Mitchell. I don't know of a product coming for dogs, but keep using that oud oil on that dog. Can stress cause excessive shedding? Absolutely, yes. Stress can come in the form of infection. COVID infection is a stress on the body. It's caused a lot of hair, excessive shedding and hair loss. Stress can come from emotional. It can come from physically being ill, not just COVID or virus, but other conditions. Stress can cause excessive shedding. Once that stress is corrected and reversed, that shedding then stops.
Also, Dr. Rita, stress comes from trauma. Stress comes from traction alopecia. All that falls under stress. And we have a lot of traction alopecia going on right now because of improper application of braids, improper application of weaves. We got to really be real cautious of how our hair is braided. It's braided too tight. That's very stressful. So It comes in all different forms. And we had a psychologist yesterday, Dr. Rita, that was at the event, and she spoke. It was amazing. She was amazing. So yes, stress comes, and we're in a stressful times right now with the pandemic, with the epidemic of hair loss, with the war, all of the news. It's just stressful. So you got to be really careful how we receive stress.
Another question is Gabby Pitton. Can Gabby Pitton cause hair loss as well? Yes, Gloria, Gabby Pitton can cause hair loss as well. Again, if you notice that there are medications that you're on and you notice there's excessive shedding, hair loss, thinning, please talk to your physician about having an alternative. Making sure also that you're using our SOS system, our hemp-powered hair, making sure your diet is optimal, making sure you're hydrating, making sure you're supplementing your diet with your vitamins. All of these things are critical, as well as really looking at medications that you could be taking that's causing the hair loss and shedding. You want to add something, Doris?
I do. I just want to make sure they're drinking a lot of water. See, we don't drink a lot of water, and that becomes, our body becomes dehydrated. So you got to drink a lot of water to hydrate those cells, because every 24 hours we're changing. And I'm sure Dr. Rita shared that with you. And but if we're not putting in the best of food, you know, you don't plant corn and look in the garden for tomatoes. What you put in the body is what's going to come out in some form. So we got to be conscious of that, because we just can't blame what we're not doing. And you know, in my conversation yesterday with a lot of the attendees, you know, I was asking them that, and no, I don't like water. I don't. Well, you gotta like water, because the body is made up of a certain percentage of water.
75% water.
Yeah, yeah. So you gotta like water, and then they, you know, saying they don't shampoo their hair for 2 or 3, 4 weeks. I'm like, whoa, you know. And I was scoping the scalps, Dr. Rita, and I can tell they had inflammation on there. They had the clogged pores, and I mean, it was just amazing. And they were amazing. I mean, Gloria's on here. She was like shocked to see what was going on with the scalp. And if you don't have a healthy scalp, you're not going to get healthy hair. So it's so much. And as stylists, if stylists are on here, and I know there are some, we cannot share with the client to stop taking their medicine because they're losing their hair. Right. That is a doctor to tell them what they need to do to get off the medication. I had this one girl in my audience. She said, I told my client to stop using that diabetes medicine. Oh, are you serious? You can't tell her that. She's gonna be dead in the casket with a head full of hair. That don't fly.
No.
Don't do that. Send her to a doctor. Let her doctor work out something with her.
Yeah, when you look at chronic disease, we talk about inflammation a lot, but really the 3 culprits are dehydration, deficiency, and toxins. If you correct those 3 things, deficiencies, dehydration, and toxins, you can reverse disease states. So that is something that you want to think about as a stylist, making sure that your clients are drinking their water, they're juicing, they're going through our 21-day detox, they're eliminating toxins, and they're eliminating toxic chemicals that could be in the shampoo that you're currently using. Last question, then we're going to end it. Are our products for all types of hair?
Yes, absolutely. Remember, now I don't want you to get type and texture confused. Types of hair are curly, straight, wavy, extremely curly. Those are types. Has nothing to do with texture. Texture is fine, medium, and coarse. And I showed you guys one day on one of the Zooms how a fine strand look, how a medium strand look, and how a coarse strand look. Those are textures, not to be confused with type. And our product can be used on all types and all textures, whether the hair is straight, wavy, curly, extremely curly. So don't get it confused. If there's a follicle involved and a hair strand is growing out of it, yes, please. And I begged yesterday, Dr. Rita, that if you take in the system, only use this system for 6 months. and see what happened. And they all agreed that they were going to do it. And I am excited because I know we got a movement here. It's just
That's
not
right.
we dropped in on you guys and said, use it. We want this to be the product in the house and in the salon.
Yeah, it's just like the lifestyle that many of us are now living. We're living a plant-based lifestyle. It's the same thing for your hair. You have to utilize these products as a lifelong product for your hair. It's no different. So I want to thank all of our business partners, all of our guests. I want to thank Kathy and Doris. Thank you all. This has been amazing as usual. We want you to invite your stylists. We want you to invite your customers every Monday at 2:30 Central Standard Time, where we have so many interesting ways of delivering this information. We have live demonstrations. We have a Q&A like this, but absolutely you're always educated each and every Monday that you attend. So thank you. Be well, be safe. Kathy, I'm going to give you the closing remarks for our call to action.
While she's coming on, let's fall back in love with our hair.
That's right. Definitely in love with my hair with the SOS hair care system. And everybody, I urge you to learn more about our other products, learn about our culture, learn about how you can be a part of our family and take this mission around. Tonight, we have our virtual corporate party that is happening at 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. I am going to put that webinar ID right here in the chat for you. Nope, that's not what I meant to click. I meant to click chat. I'm trying to share my screen. That ain't right. All right, let me see. There's that webinar ID for you. Again, 6 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m. And the ID password, let's see. Yes, the ID password is the same as the one it was to get you into this particular Zoom. So you have that same 3-digit password that you used on this Zoom to get in. And so join us there. Thank you guys for joining us today. Thank you again, Doris and Dr. Rita.
Okay.
And we will see you guys tonight. Have a great rest of your Monday.
Okay, let's make it happen.